Can you guys see my screen? Okay, great. I just shifted to my Mac. I was on Linux, so please bear with me if I cannot look at you in the cam. All right, let's pick a use case, right? So I'll let me go from basics so that I think this can be helpful, and when you go back, you can also start playing and tweaking around with this. I'll show you what I've done, right? What do I mean by MCP in the first place, right? I've talked so much about it. Now, if you go to your Claude desktop, you can see that there are multiple tools, right? These are built-in tools like Drive Search, Gmail Search, Calendar Search, Web Search. These are the pre-built tools that come along with Claude Desktop. These are the additional superpowers that I have given, right? I've connected it to Slack MCP server. This came from Zapier, very easy to do. I'll probably show you how to do it. This is a Google Drive writer. What I figured out is when I connected the Google Drive search, it only searches, it has only read-only permission. It cannot write back to that drive. I do a lot of research where I want these documents to be saved somewhere. And that's where this is a custom server that I have built for myself, where it can now go and update my Google Sheets, update my Google Docs based on analysis that I've done or whatever discussions I have with Claude. There is a Supabase. Again, this is something that I connected, like Supabase server MCP server exists. I just connected to this particular server. There is Bright Data. Bright Data is used for scraping content on internet. Netlify is more development oriented to deploy your website, so leave it for now. Actors MCP, there is something called Appify, which lets me publish content onto LinkedIn or pull content from LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram. There are multiple actors with which you can manage your social media automatically, right? So these are some, and then there is obviously Firewall. How can you miss this, right? This is one of the best platforms out there to actually scrape data from any website. It does a very, very fantastic job in terms of scraping content out of any website. This is a snapshot of what I've done, what I've connected, which is getting displayed to you right now. I will show you a very simple MCP server that I can connect. How I connected to Slack. Let me show setting. I'll go to integrations. Okay. So these are all the integrations I have. I can just do add integration. So there's an integration name and integration URL that it asks for. Let me show you what I have done. Let me say Zapier MCP server. This is a quick example for you to start testing your first MCP server. Get started. Okay. I can just do new MCP server. It asks me to select a client. In this case, I selected Claude MCP server. Now, once I do that, maybe let me log in from some other page so that I can show you how this is done. File, new incognito window. Okay, continue with Google. I'm on this page now. So I selected create a new MCP server. In this case, as you can see, all these are your hosts, right? You can use this for most of the people will use it from Claude Desktop. But if you want, you can also use it from vibe coding platforms like Cursor, Windsurf, and other things. I'll just select Claude. I'll just name it and I'll say create Claude MCP server. Now it will ask me, okay, what are the tools you want to give it access to? I'll select one of the tools. In this case, a lot of tools available. See, these are all the applications that I can connect to. I wanted to connect to Slack. It gives me all this information. What are the tools available within Slack? Once I say connect, it will ask me to connect with Slack. And what it will give me is it will give me a URL after connecting. You have to take that URL, go back to your Claude desktop. Integration name is the name that you've given in the beginning. You input the name, you input the integration URL, and you're done. Your Slack MCP server is set up, right? It's as simple as it is. Then how did I set up Supabase? How did I set up Bright Data? If you, let's say, go to, this is a very, very typical format in all these companies. So if you go to, let's say, Supabase, or let's say Firecrawl MCP server, connect to any agent using Firecrawl. Again, don't get scared. This is very simple. You just copy whatever this is. As I told you, when you connect to an MCP, a database or an application, they should know who you are. So they'll ask you for something called as API key. You can easily download from, once you log in, you can easily download the API key. You enter some of these credentials, and there is something called as config file, right? Where you go and update that particular information. So typically a config file looks like this. As you can see, I've added all my MCP servers here. There is Google Drive Writer, which is my custom MCP server. There is Supabase, there is Netlify, there is Firecrawl. You just copy paste over here and you are done, right? That is how you set up your MCP servers. Now, once you set up, and I think, as I told, it's still in the evolving stage. So some of these may seem a bit difficult for you right now, but that's all the difficult part is, right? Once you have done all that, you are set to go. Once you do everything properly, you can see that all these are available. You can enable and disable them as you want, right? I can disable, I can enable all these things. So let's do some crazy thing, right? Google Doc